now for the right to play Michael van Gerwen in this final. Both of these guys here know what it's like to beat MVG in a European Tour final, and they'll be hoping to do it again. But first and foremost, they have to get through to that final, which will be the first to 8. This one is the best of 13. There's a lot of black and red on this stage. Everybody's so coordinated, Murph. Will they be coordinated on that thing there that they're throwing at?
Well, Michael van Gerwen, as you mentioned, Paul, has for the second consecutive weekend somehow found himself in the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg Michael to throw first. Game on!
I think that's a fair assessment. Getting there is one thing, winning it is another, and either of these capable of producing the kind of performance that Jose de Sousa did last week. To see off the world number 1.
Seems like a long time ago, that actually. And if I start thinking about when the next potential European Tour event is, I may have to switch my microphone off for a while.
Well, look, cheer up, Paul, because the European Championship is coming up
44.
Next weekend, and the 3 players left in the tournament are fighting it out to be the number 1 seed there as well.
Yeah, not bad, eh? Good stats for the tournament for both. Mid to high 90s in the average. Decent checkout statistics. Very good for Joe, 46%.
81.
That has to be admired. And their highest checkouts of the tournament were both in their previous match. So they're warming up nicely.
100.
Well, if this one is half as good as the last semi-final, they'll be rather good.
Yeah, it's been an exciting and dramatic evening of arrows here in
Michael, you
reset.
require 136. $60. Joe, you require 70.
We'll go for the 54 here. He'll try and leave something in the bottom left corner as much as he possibly can, but he's found his way to the top.
Game shot.
Shouted to the top.
Joe Cullen.
Does the rock star. Looking as assured right now as he did last September in Mannheim. He's looking at ease with this challenge.
The head-to-head record is level.
59.
Joe Cullen and Michael Smith. 7 wins apiece. Unless you include their first televised meeting back in 2008 on the TV show New Kids on the Hockey.
It was a novel concept, that. And I'm not a big fan of the name of the show, but let's face facts. When you look at the very famous picture of the people in that show, I think Joe and Michael have got a lot to be proud of since they were on that show 12 years ago. 54. There were others that were touted as being maybe bigger talents. The likes of Aaron Monk, Matt Gallett,
90.
Matt the Lad Gallett. He is still floating around somewhere. I'm sure he's watching. If you are, hello, Matt.
Yeah, well, the pair of them come through the youth system in the PDC, and their 12-year rivalry is reignited this evening for the first time in the best part of a couple of years. They met very, very early on in 2019,
95.
but nothing since.
Michael, we require 84.
Michael Smith looks to break straight back.
Double 11.
62.
And he does practice double 11 quite a bit, because he does this thing where he goes double 11, double 6 bull. Can Joe find the top right corner? Oh, he went for the 54 for double 19. That's a very Michael Smith thing to do. And I'm surprised he didn't go for the 60.
52.
Because in the quarterfinal he had a belter of a bypass start to the 60. Getting closer. Oh, lovely shot. Nice graduation to the green bit. So we'll have a look at 1-0.
Michael to throw first. Game on.
The big run of big TV events coming up, and Michael Smith, of course, has to defend runners-up prize money at the World Championship.
Big chunk of cash, that. Big chunk of ranking points. It'll be the biggest amount he's ever defended. And
97.
let's not forget as well, I'm not positioning myself as a man who is seeing the glass as half empty, but we talk about when Rob Cross
93.
was defending the 400,000. He failed to do so and had the biggest rankings drop in the point system's history.
100.
And that was 385,000. Well, Michael van Gerwen could break that record if he lost early in the tournament. He's defending 500,000.
This pair looking like $1 million right now.
Good pace about this game, isn't it?
137. Michael requires 64.
Yeah, we're just warming up nicely then. 180s exchanged. Smith complete the combination.
44.
Yeah, he
Joey
just he
requires
knows what went
32.
wrong. He showed us.
Gave us the old periscope there, as Joe does not like that.
You don't need us, Paul. Their faces are telling everything that we need to know.
Game
Oh,
shot.
yeah, that's enough the post. It's like a Bruno Fernandes penalty, that one. Said that because he's a Man U fan. Furiously
Game on.
Manchester United fan. Has travelled abroad in times gone by with the likes of Alamore and a little, and Mark Webster, going to places like Benfica.
93.
Yeah, good Yorkshire lad, Joe. Supporting Man U.
Standard behaviour.
45. $140.
Just a very enjoyable game to watch.
Yeah, it's always going to be, isn't it, with two players of this ability and of this speed.
100.
This is how darts are supposed to be played. Rapid, rhythmic, accurate.
97.
Just going back to what I was saying about MVG. If he doesn't have a decent run at the Worlds,
140.
he could well break that Rob Cross record of rankings drop. Now, if you're defending 500,000 and don't make the semi-finals, you are going to drop 450,000 points.
140. Joey require 32.
Going back in his favourite
Game shot on the
place.
full flag.
And he delivers. Yeah, many are suggesting that Michael van Gerwen's long reign at world number 1 may come to an end next year.
Well, think about who is defending the money and who's not. Gerwin Price lost to MVG 2 years ago in a great last 16 match. So he's defending
96.
something in the region of 30-odd thousand. He goes on and wins that tournament, and Michael goes the other way. The swing is unbelievable. But right now, Joe is
In the swing.
He's looking calm. He looks
58.
ready. He could be having a rematch with MVG from Mannheim last year.
What I've liked about Joe
97.
Cullen this weekend is that he's risen to the challenges in front of him. It was pretty straightforward in his first couple of games. 6-1 wins. Didn't really have to get out of second gear. But then Ross Smith threw a lot at him.
100.
Cullen had enough to fend him off.
You can't underestimate the fact that Michael Smith is hungry. He has not had a title
57.
in over 24
Michael
months.
requires 70.
So he is dying to get his hands on something with the word winner on it. Tops
Game
is
shot,
good.
fifth leg.
Back within
Michael
one.
Smith,
Cullen
sixth
still
leg,
has the
Joey
break in the
first.
bank.
Game on. $48.
Big shout out to Russ Bray, who's done a fabulous job today. And
57.
all of the referees throughout the course of this European Tour campaign, the likes of Kirk Bevins, Paul Hinks, George Noble,
100.
all the chokers, everybody backstage, everyone has done a wonderful job, and particular big shout out to the likes of Dion Lawn and Robert and Richard Ashdown, who are mainstays on the European Tour. They do an amazing job
68.
and have made our job so much easier in 2020.
As have the men on the hockey.
56.
Michael Smith highlighting that, making progress in this leg. Cullen needing to find a visit like this just to regain control, but a look to the heavens there, because that means he's not on a finish.
81.
Well, does that really punish it? I'm not so sure.
$48.
Not so sure about that one as well.
127.
Yeah, it's well poised, this leg. It's in the balance. Bully boy
102.
wanted the ball.
Tell you one thing, his misses are getting closer. Treble 18, this is a huge shot. Oh, that's fabulous from Cullen. Oh, that's a shutout job from the gods.
Yeah, absolutely sublime from Joe Cullen.
83.
Dug a little bit of a hole for himself there. Managed to dig himself out of it.
85.
One of the reasons why I like to mention the backstage
60.
crew is to mimic one of my heroes, and that's Jim Nantz, who always, when he does a broadcast for American football and golf, always acknowledges the people in the back, and I think it's a nice touch. But right now, that was a body blow to Bully Boy, that 114. What I was going to say about Michael Smith is that when he misses, he's not having wild misses. His heat map, if we had one over the board, everything would be a tight miss if he's not hitting.
Yeah, that's an example of a dart that was the wrong side of the wire and in the wrong treble.
I don't know what's going to happen in this match. I don't know what's going to happen in the final. But Michael Smith next week, got a feeling.
58.
Just got a feeling.
I'll write that down and I will talk to you at the Winter Series, Paul.
Did you just do a Van Wilder? Write that down.
49.
You're a darts liaison.
We require 133.
We did all do predictions earlier today. I'll come back to that in a moment.
Double, double. Oh, nobody ever goes that way. It's a great
93.
shot. Just goes to show the levels he's got and the intelligence he's got. But Cullen doesn't get a shot at the ball.
90.
But gets it anyway. That was a good bullseye.
40.
Not a shot to win the leg.
Game shot on the
Michael Smith has done that.
Everybody needs to pay attention to some of the things that Michael Smith does. He's arguably the most intelligent dart player on the planet, because 133 can be concentrated on the 19s, especially in that position with Cullen on a doable out. You get 6 19s via the 2 trebles.
40.
Actually, no, it's 57 double-double in the same segment. And I'm going to put that into your practice regime. Give it a shot.
97.
Look, Michael Smith's a quick player. A lot of his game is about his rhythm, so it's very important that he knows before he approaches the hockey the options that are available to him, and that he can adjust very quickly, which he very, very frequently does.
Well, I think Smith was the first person I saw going for 112 on small 20, treble 18, double 19, because he's just looking at open beds. He's
Yeah, and how many times do we sit in here and criticise players who don't, who take aim at a blocked bed when they don't need to?
correct. I played a game a few months ago and I learned from Michael Smith. I had 98 left, hit the small 20, covered the 60 bed. I went 48 bull.
60.
Go for the open shot.
Well, this is an open goal for Joe Cullen this leg.
Game shot on the
Off
8th
the
leg.
pace in it.
Joe Cullen, 9th leg.
Just keeps his advantage, that couple of leg cushion.
Game on.
The Cullen cushion.
$100.
3 players left in the tournament. Soon to be 2.
$100.
Oh, that was a special dart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of those through the post shots, but through the points. How accurate was that one?
95.
Oh, he's in the groove, all right. Groovy, baby!
Well, we've had plenty of drama. We've had
59. Joe, you require
some
141.
fantastic errors over the course of this weekend, and now Cullen could have made it even better.
89.
That could have really been the cherry on the cake. A nice touch from Michael Smith, particularly because this match is getting away from him now.
60. Joe,
There it
you
is.
require
Cullen is
52.
taking it by the throat.
Game
Oh,
shot,
strangling.
Joe Cullen. Template Joe to throw first.
Joe Cullen is looking like he's got that swagger.
Game on.
He's got the match in his grasp. Joe Cullen needs just one more leg. He'd like to get it done here. And again, he's just
93.
rising to the challenge, beating what's in front of him. We don't know what Michael van Gerwen will put in front of him if he does make the final. Joe Cullen,
98.
most of it has been D-game from MVG this weekend, barring the excellent performance against James Wade in the
93.
quarterfinals. But we know that Cullen is capable of raising his game. He's got gears. So has this man.
Well, if anybody can put four legs together against a very efficient
67.
opponent, Michael Smith is one of your candidates. Here he comes. Makes this game look easy sometimes. This is so easy to watch.
So much fun.
What more could you want?
43.
Tops. Oh,
23.
costly miss. And
Joey
now it's Cullen
requires 68.
for the final to put himself in his second European Tour final. It is double four once more.
Game
Cullen
shot.
clinches the final spot, sees off Michael Smith quite convincingly in the end. A 7-3 success for the rock star, who will take centre stage in tonight's decider as he goes up against the world number one, Michael